This weekend, the Taste of New Orleans Festival is returning to Great America in Santa Clara, featuring Cajun food and live music. Tomorrow at 11:30, Chef Glick and Kelsey Henderson will be there, whipping up a few of their favorite traditional dishes, and they are here on set with me this morning. And Adam, what is that you just
Oh, that's just a little chantilly cream there. We're throwing down on top of some bread pudding, a little caramel.
Nice.
What do we
have some Cajun catfish sliders. There's a lot more to expect tomorrow. We're going to do some shrimp and grit fritters.
There's going to be frog legs,
gumbo, red velvet beignets.
So the spices of Cajun cooking can be a little bit spicy. What if someone maybe doesn't like as spicy? Do they have options too?
Absolutely. You know, we can always tone things down a little bit. Things like the frog legs, they're typically not going to be spicy. They're more buttermilk dredged, fried, delicious. They're not spicy. So if you want some gumbo, on the other hand, really kick it up a notch, I would suggest going gumbo.
And so you can go all spice levels.
That's what Tabasco's for.
Of course.
Yeah.
What is the biggest surprise you had when you started creating? Because I know you probably have cooked all cuisines. What is it about Cajun food that may have surprised you?
I think that just the flavors are so comforting, and it's a fun twist on like the French flavors. Like we have the Holy Trinity that's kind of the base of like every sauce you make. And
basically the base of cooking comes from the French cuisine in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Right, and it has a very rich history coming to the United States like in the 1850s or something like that. Tell me what this is, and Robert, if you can get a look at these really good looking sandwiches here. Can I get one of these if I come to Great America tomorrow?
Absolutely. Yeah, they're Cajun catfish sliders with a little coleslaw and a sweet Hawaiian roll. I mean, you really can't.
And a classic New Orleans tradition is to blacken your fish.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So you're going to go clarified butter, smoking hot, and throw a little fish in there.
Now, I notice you have cocktails. These are mocktails, so they don't have alcohol, but everyone can get into that like cocktail feeling. Can you make me one or a few here?
Absolutely. One option you could do for a mocktail, which is going to be a non-alcoholic beverage, we're going to do a little bit of ice. Once you start with a little bit of ice, you can put a little tomato juice. It's organic tomato juice, right? And that is going to be the base for a Bloody Mary. To make it Creole, though, we're going to do the Cajun spice, right?
That's really good
and
stuff.
so we'll put a couple dashes of that Creole Cajun spice in there, maybe some Worcester, you know. Mom wouldn't make a Bloody Mary without a couple dashes of that.
Exactly.
Of course, you're going to want some black pepper, right? You want to spice it up a little bit.
No, I like it spicy.
All right, then we're going to add a little bit extra.
So
one option, too, is you can put horseradish. That's classic Bloody Mary.
All right.
You know, other than that, we're going to want to put a squeeze of lemon, okay? With a nice big squeeze of lemon, that's going to give you the acidity you're looking for, right? And other than that, I like to add some celery salt, okay? And that just gives you this little bit of extra kind of savory element that you wouldn't get otherwise, right? Add a little bit more tomato juice here, because we're only making one drink.
And you can make it spicy with Tabasco, too, right?
And if you had an Uncle Larry that enjoys a little vodka, you just put a little bit in. So now you got, that's the beauty of the mocktail.
Probably not at Great America, but if I'm making this at home for my Uncle Larry.
Exactly.
Or a friend,
it's for the uncle.
Right.
Give it a little shake, all right? And we'll pour it. What I've done here is rimmed this glass with a little bit of that Cajun spice, okay? And that is just a beautiful little spicy
Now, chefs, have mocktails come a long way since, you know, in the last few years, real quick?
They're hot right now.
So, yeah, I think they're super hot right now. And a lot of people are doing, like, the frozen mocktails. So it's kind of like an adult slushie, or, like, slushies for everyone. They're so yummy.
Well, chefs, thank you for coming. Tomorrow, the event at Great America. We have more information on our website. We'll be right back with more of Mornings on 2, the 9. Coming right up. Can I have some?
Yeah.
Go on.